Hello and welcome to the TMC Newsroom. Thanks for watching. My name is Rich Tehrani. We are coming to you from Interop 2010 in Las Vegas. On our program today is Marty Hollander, who is with a company called Vidyo. Marty, how are you?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Good to see you. Thanks for being on the program.
Thank you very much.
So you want to give us a little overview of your company? I think everyone knows probably you're in the video space. Well, what do you do in that space?
Sure. So we're focused on video conferencing that can be used over the internet. It's HD quality. It's natural person-to-person interaction that you can have with other people. It's multi-point video conferencing, but you can do it on your laptop. You can do it on room systems, high-quality room systems, but the point is you can do it wherever you want to over general-purpose IP networks.
Great, and how long has the company been around?
So the company was founded in 2005, and we spent 3 years building the technology. We went to market in 2008, and we've been selling and growing very rapidly.
So have you seen any changes in the market these last few years?
Absolutely. So video conferencing today, when you think about it, has been largely a room-to-room based solution. And the beauty is that someone like Cisco has gone out to the market and gotten people to feel like telepresence, that's where it's at. And they're exactly right. Telepresence gives you a high quality experience, but it's really room-based. And so people go to where the video conferencing is. So one of the things that I like to have people relate to is, you can maybe remember back to the day when you would go to a conference room to make an audio call, right? You'd be in a conference call,
sure.
Get a few people around a speakerphone, go to another one and there'd be a few people around.
Sure.
How many people do that today? Today what happens is, you want to do a conference call, you do it from your desk, you get out your cell phone, you make the cell phone and you call.
Right.
And it's reservationless. It used
right.
to be that you'd
sure.
reserve ports, right?
Sure.
So the thing that has changed in audio conferencing is people have mobility.
Right.
They're in meetings. So what's happened now is that video conferencing has gotten a lot of play. And it said, wow, this is useful. And telepresence makes it high enough quality that people say it's compelling. I can see people from here up. There's no latency.
Right.
It's a natural interaction. That's the key, actually. The fact that you're trying to suspend belief that you guys are in different rooms is a nice to have, but not a requirement.
Right.
It's really that you can see, just like I'm sitting across from you, I see
sure.
you in high quality from here up, right?
Sure.
So, what's the next step and what we've seen, and at this show, it's actually been pretty dramatic. A lot of people are coming along and saying, we need to do this at our desks. Or we need to do this. We're trying to get people to do teleworking at home. We'd really like to involve them, engage them.
Sure.
And if you just have them call in on an audio call, they almost have to hit the phone when other people are in a conference room.
Sure.
Because there's no visual cue. But if you're all on video from your desks, then you have an interaction. So that's what's changing. People are getting that that's where the market is going. And they're looking for what gives me business quality, what we call personal telepresence, so that it's engaging enough that I want to meet on it.
So that's it's different than traditional telepresence companies, right? You're doing things a little bit differently.
Right, and a traditional telepresence company is going to sell you $300,000 room systems and probably 15 meg per room of networking. So you're talking probably $5,000 to $10,000 a month, and that's great. That's sort of the the corporate jet of travel.
Sure.
Right? But what people really want is they want to have the people who really need to do it, who are in teams, they're collaborating all the time, they're working at home part-time, they're meeting with colleagues in other companies, or even if they're just meeting across town, they don't need to get in their car and go. How do you enable that? I think that's what's been very different about what video brings, and personal telepresence is giving that natural, interactive, HD quality
right.
over the internet.
So are you seeing any trends in the world in terms of adoption rates being different in some parts of the world?
I think we're selling all over the world. I would still say in Asia, we're still seeing more of the room system market. That may be slower to move to desktop than we are seeing in the rest of the world. I think the mobility and the way business is conducted, that is something that occurs more often, that people want to work on their desktop. But by the way, we work really well in room systems. And the one thing that I haven't pointed out, and I think it's important for people to understand, is that traditional video conferencing has used something called a multi-point control unit.
Sure.
So when you have multiple people in a meeting, it goes to a central point where it's decoded, composited, and encoded to be sent out to each endpoint as a single stream.
Right.
Because traditional video conferencing endpoints are designed to get a single stream of
Right.
video. What we've done to change that model is to say our endpoints can receive multiple streams, and each stream is individual. So that you can now change the architecture to allow you to only send encoded packets to a central point that are routed to the endpoints.
Oh, okay.
The benefit is that you don't degrade the quality, which is what happens during transcoding. 'Cause
Right.
every time you encode and decode
Sure.
video, you lose quality. And secondly, the real benefit is you're not adding the latency. And given that video conferencing is being used for real-time communications, you want people to be able to interact with each other without saying, oh yeah, he didn't finish, right? There's that delay. And so what we do is we've made it natural by eliminating the latency introduced
Sure.
by the multi-point control unit.
Well, that's great. So what's next for your company? We've got about 30 seconds remaining. I'm dying
Sure.
to hear.
So what we've done is we've just raised another round of financing. We've raised
Congrats.
25 million, taking us to 63 million. We are growing in a very rapid way. We're expanding to a larger number of resellers, and we're bringing out for the small business market, the SME market, is something called the Vidyo One, an all-in-one package, $7,000 to $15,000, gets you everything you need, and you've got your endpoints. They're computers, you get webcams, or you can buy low-cost room systems from us, $2,000 to $7,000. So we see the market growing very rapidly.
That's great. Well, thanks for coming on the program.
Thank you very much.
Telling us what's happening. Yeah.
Great. Bye-bye.
Great to meet you.
Thank you.